Does your pet suffer from seasonal allergies? These can often show up as itchy, inflamed skin, hot spots, itchy ears. If they're really licking, chewing at the paws, that's generally how we see allergies in our pets. In kitties, maybe it's a little bit more common to see the sneezing and itchy, watery eyes, things like that. But the itchy, inflamed skin is a little bit more common. Seasonal allergies come and go with the seasons. So when we're coming into spring, you're going to see the itchiness start, and then as we start to go into fall and winter, then that itchiness should go away. If it does not, and it is year-round, then we're looking at a different type of allergy or sensitivity. So that's either going to be maybe something in their food. It could be something in their environment, just something in your home. But today we're going to talk about seasonal allergies. So those are the ones that you're going to have just for a couple months out of the year, and how we can help our pets during this time. So an allergy is an immune system overreaction. So it is reacting to generally something that it has been exposed to over time. The immune system launches an attack on what it sees as a foreign invader. Antibodies are then produced, which triggers a release of certain chemicals into the bloodstream. One of these chemicals being histamine, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. And histamine is responsible for the itchiness, swelling, and the redness. So we really need to focus on the immune system here. We need to pump up that immune system. And remember, 70 to 80% of the immune system lives in the gut. So we need to make sure that that gut is super healthy for the immune response. And one way that we can help balance that good bacteria in the gut is by feeding it with some pre and probiotics. Really, I love whole food sources. They just work so much better than your synthetic sources. So we have the Carnivore Flora4 ground sprouted seeds. And this is a great source of pre and probiotics and digestive enzymes. Another thing is your raw goat milk is a really fantastic probiotic source. Also, Steve's Real Food has these gut health bites. So these are full of your fermented fruits and veggies. Really great source of prebiotics, probiotics, and even postbiotics. There's a lot of other really great sources of probiotics out there as well. Green tripe is absolutely fantastic. But whatever you feed, I prefer a whole food source. And also, rotate it up. Don't feed the same probiotic all of the time. We want to diversify that gut microbiome, so we want to feed it with different probiotics. So I'm going to come back to other ways that we can support the immune system, but right now I want to mention a couple of things that you can easily do at home to help with this allergy response, right? So the first thing is wipe your pets down. I mean, if they're outside and they're being exposed to those pollens and those grasses, they're furry. That comes in with them. So when they come inside, it's still on them. We didn't get it off. So all you have to do is use water. Just rinse them off with water. You can take like a wet towel and wipe them down, or put them in the tub or shower and just spray them off with water. We don't have to use shampoos here. If you are going to use a shampoo, and especially if you're going to use it often, make sure it's an all-natural shampoo. We don't want chemicals in there because they also have a microbiome on their skin, and we don't want to kill that good bacteria, exposing it to those chemicals all the time. And I often too, just these pets that are dealing with this itchy skin, inflammation, I generally stay away from the oatmeal shampoos as well. Now these are great for pets that have sensitive skin, but I just prefer not to use it on an itchy pet just to rule that out. I mean, using oatmeal, that's another carb source. So if you have something going on like a yeast overgrowth, that's going to feed the yeast. So let's just stay away from it. The other thing is, so when you're outside and you're walking in the grass, and whatever, that's coming in on your shoes. So when you go inside the house, take your shoes off. If you're walking around and you're getting that on the carpet, and your dog's laying on the carpet, then they're constantly still being exposed to whatever their allergens may be. And especially if you're bringing in a lot of those lawn chemicals, that's not good either. You also want to try to keep your home nice and clean. So vacuuming, mopping, things like that, just to get rid of that dust, cleaning their beds. But we want to be careful here because a lot of our cleaners contain a lot of chemicals. And those chemical cleaners, I mean, that could be what your pet's having a reaction to as well. So just be careful with those, especially washing their bedding. Watch your laundry detergent. You can even just use things like baking soda and vinegar for your pets. That way you don't have to be worried about what chemicals are in there, so that we're not causing a reaction there as well. For cleaning, I really love a 50-50, just vinegar and water, and we can add some pet safe essential oils in there as well. You can also, squirt some lemon juice in there. But there's a lot of really great natural cleaners that we can use that work really, really well. I've been using vinegar and water to clean with for years. One more thing that you can do, now this is going to be a little bit more on the expensive side, so if this isn't in the budget, then maybe someday. But air purifiers for your home are fantastic, a fantastic way to, get those allergens out of the house. When it comes to allergies, a lot of carbs are inflammatory. So we want to avoid things like wheat and corn, get those out of the diet. So you want a lower carb food. We can find a good quality kibble that is lower carb, but if you can do some raw food, some freeze dried, those tend to be little to no carbs. So that's a fantastic way to support the immune system, and especially a lot of support for these dogs that are suffering from allergies. So my preference is to spend the money on that food rather than spend the money on a lot of these medications, which we really want to be careful with those too. The thing is, a lot of these medications for allergies are immune suppressing, so it's definitely not something you want to give long term. I mean, if we're giving immune suppressing drugs constantly, that immune system is not going to be able to fight off of disease. So your dog is now more susceptible to diseases, and especially cancer. While your over-the-counter medications like Benadryl, for example, might be better if we need to get a little bit of relief, I really don't recommend these long-term either. They come with their own side effects, and I prefer to help our dogs naturally. One really great way to fight inflammation is to get some really good omega-3s in there. So using like a fish oil source. Some really great ones that we have are the grizzly fish oil or the Nature's Logic sardine oil. We can also get those really great omega-3 fatty acids from whole fish sources. So here's just some like freeze-dried options for you. But you can also feed fish like sardines is what is preferred. If you can get fresh sardines into the diet, that is great. Canned ones work as well. Just make sure that they're in water and no salt. And I really want to talk about these Canyon Kind superfood supplements. I really love these, and I'll go over the ingredients with you because they're just some fantastic superfoods in here. So this Canyon Kind Healthy Skin and Coat, here's the ingredients. It is just coconut, flaxseed, wheatgrass, dried kelp, and sunflower seed. So your coconut is going to help the body absorb those fat-soluble vitamins. Also, flaxseed is a great source of those omega fatty acids. Wheatgrass is a great source of vitamins and minerals. Oftentimes, we will see our dogs this time of year starting to eat the long grasses. So yeah, they're trying to find those vitamins and minerals that they really like. Kelp is a really great source of antioxidants. Now, the chlorella is just a really great superfood. It's a great source of vitamins and minerals, amino acids. It's a great prebiotic. It's also a natural detoxifier. Sunflower seed is great for immune system development, and it's rich in zinc and selenium. Next, I want to focus on this healthy immunity by Kin and Kind. Let me read the ingredients here for you. It is coconut, once again, to help absorb those fat-soluble vitamins. Blueberry is a superfood. Flaxseed, dandelion root, cranberry, and sunflower seed. So blueberry is truly a superfood, and it is rich in antioxidants and vitamin C. Dandelion root is also rich in antioxidants, and it's rich in a bunch of vitamins and minerals. Cranberry is a great source of quercetin, which we like to refer to as nature's Benadryl. It's also a great source of fiber and antioxidants. Okay, another awesome superfood is mushrooms. So Bixby has these blends of organic mushrooms that I really like. So mushrooms are a great source of antioxidants and polysaccharides. They also support that immune system response. A lot of mushrooms are so great. They can be anti-cancer, anti-tumor, anti-inflammatory. So a lot of these they both have turkey tail mushrooms in there. This one has organic reishi, king trumpet, maitake. Yeah, they're all organic. This one also has the reishi, organic shiitake, maitake, cordyceps, lion's mane. So yeah, and I highly recommend rotation. So the body can't get used to just one supplement, and then eventually it no longer works. So I highly recommend rotation. Also, can't forget how helpful CBD can be. CBD is great to bring down that inflammation. I love giving CBD. Honestly, I like to get that in the diet all of the time. Um, and we also have these like small trial size bottles. This is only $9.99. So if you want to try it out before you spend the money on a bigger bottle, then this is a fantastic option. They also come in treat form, so if you're worried about how you're going to administer that to your dog, there's the treats. I personally prefer the tincture, but if treats are the only way that you can get CBD into your dog, these work really, really well, and dogs absolutely love these. I really appreciate you all sticking around and listening to this. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. If you have any other questions, your dog is suffering from some seasonal allergies, even year-round allergies, I can happily help you with that. So just stop in with any questions or drop them below. I'd be happy to help you out. And yeah, let's get some superfoods in there, boost that immune system, pre and probiotics. We can work through these seasonal allergies naturally.